Well, sorry about keeping you guys here later than you had to be at the end there, but I felt I owed it to everybody. First of all, excited today for Sun Devil Athletics and seeing what the hockey team did last night and then the announcement today, and just wishing nothing but the best here moving forward with Coach Dillingham, and he's going to bring great energy, and his press conference was amazing. Certainly mine wasn't as stellar as his, so but he's I think can infuse so much life into that program, and just excited to see it happen. As far as the game, I knew this was going to be a hard-played game. It's a very scrappy opponent, very similar to some other opponents we had. I think even probably more formidable in certain ways, and there was no quitting them, no giving them. They played the whole game, just as I told our team before as we're preparing. Overall, just really pleased with our ball movement. I think 20 assists again, and it wasn't on scripted plays. It was on guys in the transition, the open court, making great decisions. The lobs and then just really good passing and unselfishness.
You also held an opponent, I think, the second lowest field goal percentage since the beginning of the ASU. What did you think about your defense?
Yeah, I mean, I almost don't initially talk about it anymore, just because you look at the stat sheet and you see the assist total jump out and you say that's great. We're playing team basketball, but we can't take that for granted. Just how high level we are playing that end. Just unbelievable energy, and we have a deep team with a lot of guys we could bring in, and so it's and we got a lot of length around the basket. So I think we could hopefully we can continue to play that way at that end of the floor.
Anything else?
Were you a little worried that it was just so sluggish early and you couldn't gain some separation until halfway through the second half?
No, the other games I watched with them, I mean, they went on the road and beat Wichita State. I'm watching Ole Miss, and it was a 1-point game, 10 minutes left, and they're a hard team to put away, and you're not going to put them away, in a first round knockout. They're not that style of team. So I thought we had some shots that didn't fall, from three in the first half that could have given us a little more separation, and certainly think we could have had double-figure advantage at halftime. I called, one of the worst timeouts I've probably called since I've been here.
What about Warren Washington? He's earlier games some foul trouble, some other, maybe not getting the ball a lot, but this game, a lot of those P&R situations were great.
Yeah, he's a big target. Guys are knowing, and it's a matter of getting a feel for playing with him, and him and Zoe could really climb the ladder and go get the ball, and he really ran the floor well. I thought we outran their bigs, and Warren was definitely a part of that. So I was happy to see him again put another solid game together for us.
How does that feel as a coach when you probably really haven't had that capability in a few years?
Yeah, and you got some guards that can pass, and you got some guys that can score, and Dez already has that connection with Warren to find him from years of playing together, and I think guys are again gaining confidence, knowing that they can get him the ball and he's going to finish around the basket. The points in the paint was great, 24-6, I think it was at halftime. So that's where we started, building our advantage.
Does it seem when you're playing that way that it's more repeatable, that you guys can sustain that from game to game?
I think it starts with how we defend, and you brought it up, Chris. So it was, if we guard like that every game, we're going to get stops, and then we're going to get in the open court, and then we could, go on some of those scoring runs like we did in the first half if we make that commitment. So far, every game we have, not so much at times at Texas Southern, especially late in the game, but for the most part all year we've guarded.
You're pretty pleased with the team is going into conference play now?
Yeah, we touched on it briefly, and I didn't want to, part of me wanted to bring it up as we prepare for this, what a big week it is, with 3 games, Sunday to Sunday, and 2 of them being Pac-12 games, but just kind of brought it to everyone's attention, got to ramp it up, take it to another level, how important it is to try and get off to a good start in the regular season here this week.
Good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the time, guys. We'll let everyone get set up here, and then we'll open up to questions. All right, we're good. Go ahead.
Ask Bobby about just your defense. This is like the second worst shooting percentage by a team under Hurley against ASU. How does it feel just to kind of be able to contest adjust all the shots that you guys do and create such problems for opponents?
We take pride in defense, and we work on it every day in practice. We got a lot of length and athleticism on this team, so we expect to block shots and do that every game.
Yeah, I feel like it's just credit to all the attention to detail we've put in on defense coming up to this point. I feel like we just have all 5 guys on the court want to play defense, and I feel like that translates and you guys can see it.
How's the transition been for you, Warren? It seems like it's been pretty seamless. This team's working together pretty well despite having a lot of new guys.
Honestly, credit to my teammates because they make my job easy. And I feel like just the group of guys that we have, we're all unselfish. We all just want to win. We're all at a point of our careers where we just want to win. So I feel like it speaks to the character of our team and the unselfishness.
We saw the Pinar dunks that you had there, the lobs, and what's it kind of like being able to get into that kind of rhythm in a game like this?
That's you.
Repeat, sorry.
Yeah, just the dunks that you guys had, some of the transition stuff, pick and roll stuff, just getting into that kind of an offensive rhythm.
I feel like when you're dangerous on the inside and out, it's hard to guard that type of team, and I feel like we have that type of team with we're deep in the wing position and guard position, and we have bigs who can run the floor and dunk, and we have unselfish guards that give up the ball. So I feel like it just works out perfectly.
Bobby had mentioned taking for granted the defense, given the assist numbers, so they jump out of the stat sheet. How do you guys still continue to have the success on the offense end of the floor while maintaining and not taking for granted your defensive effort?
We get a lot of our offense from defense, so as long as we're out there and we're focused on the defensive end of the game, all our offense will gonna come to us. And we got really good guards too that's gonna find each other and make sure that we get great shots.
Yeah, I feel like we have really good shot makers, like I said before, so I feel like shots will fall. That's something you can't really control, but defense is something you can control. As long as that's a variable that's constant and given, we'll be fine. We'll be able to win games.
Are you guys excited about conference play? How do you feel just kind of where the team's at going in?
Yeah, we're really excited. We're really excited. I feel like these games were great games to get us ready for the conference, and we're just ready to go.
Yeah, I felt like we had a lot of good battles and a lot of good tests, and credit to Alcorn State. They're a really hard-working team, so I feel like the games we've had up to here is really going to help us for Pac-12, and I think we're ready and prepared.
Warren, you were signing autographs after there was a bunch. What was that like, kind of going through that? Where people were, some of the kids saying?
It's cool. It's cool. That's what we do it for as athletes and basketball players. See those kids' smiles on their face, and they're all asking for my headbands, arm sleeves, and all that. One kid asked for my shoes, and I told him that's a tough one. I'm not sure if I can give you my shoes, but it's a blessing for sure, and I can only appreciate Sun Devil Nation.
Anything else? All right, thanks guys.
Thanks, guys.